Geez, this is a harder job than I actually thought. There is that many ruts in this paddock from the horse that was in here. It just throws that lawnmower everywhere, so we're getting there. It's just morning team. What a great day. It was supposed to be raining today, but we actually have a little bit of blue sky. I think it's predicted for some possible late showers tonight in the evening sometime, so that's good for us because it's Waterfall Wednesday and we are out chasing waterfalls. Kids are absolutely excited, so are we. We're going to Josephine Falls. Cannot wait for it. And we might swing by Babinda Boulders one more time just to take our nieces out there to experience it, because it's not far from it as well. So no glass containers. We can't take glass bottles down here.
Because you'll get it messy.
It's a pretty epic walk here into Josephine Falls. You can hear the waterfall. You can hear the water rushing, the rapids, like through the trees. But you can't see anything yet, so it's actually pretty cool. Ah, good times, eh? Get all the way to the falls, realise we left the drone bag in the car. So, back to the car I go. Got the drone bag. Now, time to get back up. It's not too far of a walk, but definitely makes you think I need to be fitter. And the question is, was it worth the walk all the way back to pick the drone up? Not sure. You guys let us know.
It is beautiful. I cannot wait to come back and swim here.
Yeah, it's actually really nice.
I did just see some people going down with their towels and their swimmers on, and I'm standing here in a jumper. And then in my head I'm like, am I really cold? Should we go for a swim? Hell no.
Josephine Falls, girls.
Yeah.
How was it?
Good. Good. Pretty, very pretty.
Yeah? Come back here again, you reckon?
Yeah.
For a swim?
Maybe.
I reckon it's going to be a cracker spot for a swim. Josephine Falls, you did not disappoint. Little hot tip if you are going to come out and check out these waterfalls, come early. Plan to leave early, because even in the middle of the week, we've still got the tourist buses showing up. So we had a good time, wasn't too many people, but on our way out, it was just starting to pack out, so good times on our way to Babinda. What do we got to eat?
We have sandwiches.
Sandwiches?
Sandwiches, do you want? There's ham and cheese. There's ham, cheese, pickles, and tomato.
Made it to Babinda, but as you can see, we got here obviously later. This place is packed out. Last time we came here a couple of weeks ago, we got here nice and early like we did at Josephine Falls this morning, and there wasn't a person in sight. So just goes to show how much actual tourism is up this way and how nice these places are, because they pack out so quick. It's still mid-morning. Babinda Boulders Bay, never disappoints, does it?
No, it looks beautiful. Like there's people in the water and they're swimming, and I'm like, oh, I really want to get in, but I know I'll freeze my butt off.
Now this is the second time since we've moved up here that we've been down here. Still have not swam, but
No.
I think next time, regardless, we're going to bring some swimmers,
I think
some boardies.
It needs to be one of those things like we just have to get out of our comfort zone and do it.
We just have to get them, bring them here, and then make the choice when we get here. Because every time go, we should have.
No choice when we get here. It's just we're going. If we're bringing the swimmers, you're going in.
That's right. So every time we come here, we go, we should have bought them. Should have bought them.
Yeah,
so next
it looks
time,
beautiful.
we're bringing the swimmers and towels. No doubt about it. All right, we've got the Devil's Pools that we're going to check out to go show our nieces and parents, but the oldies are getting a little bit sore in the legs, so I think it's time to call it because there is a nice big walk. It's a beautiful walk, but it is a fair walk. I think about 800 meters or something like that. So we're not going to put them through that. We're going to pack up, call it a day out here, give them a bit of a rest. Well, we're home, changed. We had to go get some firewood to get the fire going again to keep the mozzies away from us. And boy, we got a bunch of firewood. It's killing two birds with one stone. One, we get to light the fire and get the mozzies away, but two, we get to clean the yard up every time we fill up the wheelbarrow. And this is only 2 wheelbarrow loads, so come and check it out. Good morning, guys. Well, I think it's actually afternoon now because I spent the morning in the office editing, getting a bunch of stuff done for our first few actual YouTube videos that by the time we watch this are already up and running. But yeah, most of the morning's been dedicated to editing. Just came outside. We actually have some okay weather. It's not raining at the moment. And the oldies have been over there cleaning the gardens out again. They don't stop. Got my mum and Beck's dad over there. So I figured, put the gloves on, go over and give them a hand. Let's start cleaning yet another garden out.
know you don't normally see my face, but today I am taking over a little bit. Today is a beautiful day, the weather is on point, and we have decided that we are going to get out early today and get this yard looking slick. We've already done a few little gardening things, and you know, it's starting to get there, but our number one thing that we've got to do this morning is yet again fix that bloody lawnmower. Ben and Dad, after doing the gardening the other day, jumped on to do a little bit of a cleanup, and some bolts came loose, and now it needs fixing again. So Ben and Dad have jumped into town whilst I am taking over this camp. But I thought I would give you a bit of a rundown as to what our day is going to entail today. We are going to be moving our van, which is what I love about living on 2.5 acres, because we are able to put our van wherever we want. We can move it anytime we want. So we are actually going to be doing that today. It needs a really good clean out. So that's on the top of my list today. As I said, Ben is fixing the lawnmower because we do need to mow the area that he's going to. We also need to find ourselves some pallets because we need to make a little bit of a decking out the front of the van. So it is going to be a fun-filled day, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
All right, good morning, and the neighbour's dog barks just as I turn the camera on. How good's that? But it is another cracker day, and today is moving day. When I say moving, we are moving the van from down the front of the property where we've had it situated for the last 3 weeks. We're going to bring it up the back where we're going to be building the tiny houses, so we can have somewhere where we wake up, walk outside, and we see our vision. We can see everything that we want to do every morning when we get up. So it's going to be our motivation, and where we're going to put it, we're not quite sure yet. Probably going to utilise that old horse stable in some way, shape or form. We don't know yet, but the aim for today is jump on the big girl, get it all mowed and cleared, and trim everything, get it cleaned up, and we'll figure out a spot to place the van, and we'll go and hook her up, get it cleaned up and get it moved up here. Got it mowed, got it all trimmed down to a level that we can actually work with now. But if you can see, all the trimmings, all the clippings have been thrown that way, and they are everywhere. So now I'm just trying to go over the top of it all again and flick it all over to that fence line. So here we go. And then we've got Beck's dad over at the horse stable starting to get that tidied up and cleaned up for us, so we can start to get all the edges and all the loose ends tidied up and see what's under it all. Hopefully there's not too much of a mess for us to clean up. Geez, this is a harder job than I actually thought. There is that many ruts in this paddock from the horse that was in here. It just throws that lawnmower everywhere. So we're getting there. It takes a lot longer than I thought. Every time you hit something, it throws you off track and doesn't pick up the grass. So just persevere, keep trying. It's going to get over, like you can see the difference. So I've only got that last bit there to push all that over. And we'll get into whippersnipper and helping Ray cleaning the rest up. All right, now we've got most of it cleaned up. It's looking mint. If I've got to have a word to it, it's looking mint. Considering this was a horse paddock a few months ago, it's looking really, really good. So we've still got Ray cleaning up the horse stable area. I'll take you guys in there in a second. I pulled up the mower at the moment because that fence is raggedy as or raggedy as hell, sorry, and it needs to come out. So that's the plan now. Pull that out now, get rid of all that loose wire and clean up around it all and give it a mow so everything's tidy, and then we'll have a look at it whether or not we'll put the fence back up or not. Finally got all the grass mowed, cleaned out around the fence. Just got a whippersnipper around the fence, but all the grass has been thrown out of this paddock, and now it's just, I don't want to run the mower right through all of that yet because I need to whippersnipper it to make sure there's no wires, no electric fence cables. Like you look here, pile of electric fence cables there. There was a pile of old garden hoses, and then the fence we took out, plus all the extra bits of wire. So I don't want to run it through there because it's such a temperamental mower. I've had so much trouble with it. I'd rather whippersnipper clean it all up first and then run through later. So the big part is done. All that excess grass has been flicked out of the paddock, so now we have a nice big open area that's going to be beautiful for us to wake up to in the caravan. Maybe swing around here. Horse stable is starting to get cleaned up. And what I want you to see is this. Now, look at the view. This is what we're trying to capitalise on. The best part to wake up and just be able to visualise where the tiny house is going to go. That's what we want to achieve out of doing this work today and moving the van. So, still a bit of clean up to do, but it's looking a million times better than what it did. One of the mandarin trees needs trimming back. We're going to get rid of all that old shade cloth. That was a walkway down there through there, so we need to clean it all up, trim back that bamboo and all the palm trees and stuff like that to get a proper walkway through there again. We'll do all that and then run the mower through and clean it all up. So still a fair bit to do, but hey, we just push on, do what we can today, and finish the rest tomorrow, I suppose. But check out that lawn now. Looks so good, considering it was a horse paddock a couple of months ago. Loving it.
Alrighty, well, while Woody is out doing his thing, cleaning up the back, I have been in here having to organise all of this. So, as you can see, I do have all of the kids' clothes and everything out. I've gone right through their cupboards and trying to get their area organised. Having the 6 of us, it is a little bit hard to find the space for all of our clothes and for them to stay neat and tidy longer than a couple of hours, really. But you know, we manage, and we have culled down massively. Now, one thing I did notice is whilst we were doing our travels all the way up here, these were all of the clothes that we had stored underneath the kids' bunk beds. So these were clothes that the kids actually didn't even really use. We washed and wear, we did the wash and wear technique with a lot of stuff. So I'm loving the fact that, you know, they did go without these, which I'm also so thankful for the fact that they were underneath the bed, because these are clothes that have not been touched by red dirt, which means on our going out days or in our Waterfall Wednesdays, we can have some clean clothes that are not, you know, covered in red dirt. So they've got their yard play clothes, they've got their let's stay at home clothes, and then they can also have their let's go out and have an adventure, you know, out and about. So this is what I am doing. Now I'm getting this clean because, like I said to you guys, 6 of us in the van. Yes, it gets dirty, it gets smelly. I'm giving it a really good clean. Now, one thing that we've noticed here is the amount of red dirt. Now, that red dirt has embedded itself in our caravan floor. So we have like a nice whitewash type of vinyl floorboard look on our floors, and it ends up red. So I have been scrubbing that. I have been giving the whole entire caravan just a full-blown spring clean, you know, wiping the walls down, wiping, you know, even just the kids walking in, or even me. I must admit, I walk around barefooted all the time, so even me walking in the van, I've got dirty feet. The kids have dirty feet. It's a massive spring clean in here today, and, you know, give it that fresh feel. So once we move it up the back, it's, yeah, it's going to have that nice spring cleaned, lovely, it's like fresh sheets on the bed. Tidied, done, finished. All the way down to sort of the midway trees on the property. Still got behind the horse stable to tidy up, but that's not affecting us right now. Ray's done a sweet job in here, levelling all the hoof marks out in the horse stable. Trimmed back all the weeds over that side. Now we just got to clean up all this bits and pieces.
hook this van on, and we're going to put the van right there. And if you don't know where right there is, check out this drone footage. So that back corner there is where we planted the mango tree. So we're just going to put the van just in front of that on a bit of an angle to capture all the views. And if we do get some water, it's in the highest part of the ground there. So
like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell